So today I'm going to be fitting new van seat covers in my new van. Well, it's new to me. It's about 9 years old, but the seat covers look really, really disgusting. They've got all sorts of stuff on them, and they look vile. So I'm going to fit some new seat covers that I've ordered today and see if they're any good or if it's a good option for a van. Now, the driver's seat is a bit worn, as you can see there. It's pretty worn, but we'll get a new cover on that. The staining on the driver's seat's insane, but we'll get a new cover on that. Hopefully, it will look pretty new. Yep, so I've bought a set of new covers, um, and the covers come with headrest as well, which might be quite nice. So we'll open them up, have a look at them, and see what's there. So basically, in the bag, you get the covers and the receipt. There is no instructions whatsoever. There's a wee bag of hooks as well, which should help you hook the seat on. So to take the headrests off, you just press the wee buttons at the back of the fittings, and then I'm trying a new headrest on, but it's absolutely disgusting looking, so we'll ditch that. The headrests look better without the new covers, so I'm going to leave the headrests in original condition, and we'll start getting this cover on. So this is a double cover. You can't really see much here because of the angle of the blooming camera, but those seats are completely fixed, so they're really difficult to get anything down the back of them. So it took a wee while to actually work that seat cover to get it into position so you can actually get it down the back of the seats, because they are not adjustable, the double seat in the Pro Ace van. So it makes it very difficult to get them on. But with a bit of perseverance, you'll get through it, and then what you want to do is try and make sure it's lined up properly. Remember your seat belt, bring that through. There's actually a big Velcro strip down the middle that will let you pull through your seat belt, which is pretty good actually. The covers have been well thought out. It's just a matter of getting them on tight enough so that they look good, so that they actually look nice and tight and look like they're, you know, a part of your van rather than just stuff flung over the seats. So I started from the top, worked my way down. As I said, there's no instructions, so you've got to sort of work it out as best you can. Now underneath here there are elastic loops, and so we've got a wee pack of hooks that you can actually just connect onto the loop, and then you try and attach the elastic to something under your seat using these wee metal hooks. So once you get them onto the elastic, actually the ones in that part of the seat, you want to push them through between the back of the seat and the part that you sit on. So there's a small gap that's really, really tight, and so you push it through those wee hooks there. That's what they look like. So one side's on the elastic, and the other side you try and hook onto something under your seat, a bar or a spring or whatever you've got underneath there. So I started from the inside to work my way out to the door. It was pretty tricky. It did take a bit of time, but there is things to hook onto under the seat. There's not a lot of space. Obviously the backs of that seat do not move, so it's really, really difficult to get your hand in and get it round and get something. But sometimes you can reach in from the other side or from underneath. You just need to try your best and get it hooked in. You want tension on that. If you've got tension, it will hold your seat covers in place. It means you'll be able to sit on them and all sorts, and it shouldn't come off or move or go like all bumfold and stuff. So what you want to do is get them as tight as possible. Now the back ones are difficult. The front ones are a bit easier. So what you want to do get any of that material down there and to get it held tightly enough. The trick is getting the material as tight as you can to try and get all the wrinkles out it. The tighter you can get it, the better it's going to look. So this is putting the hook onto the elastic here, so you just open the hook up a wee bit and then close it over again, and then that's you. Under the seat there's all sorts of springs and bars, so you can actually reach some of them and get that hooked on. The front of the seats is actually quite straightforward compared to the back bit there, you know, the join between the seat back and the actual seat. But the rest of it is quite straightforward, and you should be able to get quite good tension on the elastics at the bottom of the seats there, and it should then all start to come together and begin to look quite good when you get the fronts put on. So quickly over to the driver's seat. Now this one does have adjustment, so you can move it forward and you can move the back as well, so you've got a bit of space to work with. Again, let's take the headrest out using the wee buttons, and then you can get the seat over the top. So it's a soft stretchy bit at the back, and obviously keeping the leatherette stuff to the front, and just work away on it. It did take me quite a while, to about 40 minutes probably, to put both of them on. As I said, when you pass it through the back of the seat, you've got a bit more space on the driver's seat, and there's a metal bar underneath that you can actually attach it to. There is something to attach it to on this seat, so it's pretty good for getting that on. And obviously you want as many of those elastics as you can possibly get on, as well as you can get them on. The more holding that, the less likely it is to slide or to come off or to bunch up when you're using it. So you want the more of these on you can get, the better.
Okay, again, get through. I don't know if I need to put the seat back again. 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. Yeah.
So just get the bottom of the seat on. Try and stretch the back down a bit. Make it all look decent. Try and get it to sit well. You've got to spend a bit of time just pulling it about and making sure it's going to stay where you want it to stay, and making sure those wee hooks are still on and still where you want them to be, and also able to reach all the adjustments for the seat. You don't want to cover them up so you can't access them anymore. So you just want to work away at that, and then that's us. Finished, the finished result. So this is what it looks like. Actually looks okay. Quite happy with the end. There's still a wee bit, you can see the folds in them, but it actually looks worse on camera than it does in real life. So they actually went on not bad.
Used the headrests because they looked a bit mad, but the rest it seems to fit okay. So for 30 quid, so I would say it's definitely worth it. It's well worth crashing out that small amount of money for a little bit of comfort in the cab. So we'll see how they go under use and see if they survive day-to-day use as van seats, which need to be pretty tough, to be honest. It's been a few weeks, these have been on for a few weeks now, and they are holding up pretty well, I would say. They're pretty comfy actually. I wasn't too sure about the leatherette stuff, but it actually is pretty good. It seems pretty tough, it's easy to clean up, and it just looks and feels a lot better in here. They are a wee bit bumped, not quite stretched out. They're not quite stretched into that, but it's absolutely fine. It looks worse on camera than it actually does in real life. And for £30 I would say that is a good investment for your van. It will make it look a lot better, and it will feel a lot better to you when you're in it. It won't be like an absolute riot. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. £30. It's not a lot of money, and your van feels clean. Imagine a clean van. It's sort of, yeah, wouldn't have believed it a few years back. But anyway, I've got a clean van.